Hey, okay, welcome back to the Kid the Data Science Show, another wild and crazy evening hour of the data analytics. Tonight we're going to take a look at the free version of ChatGPT. Okay, so let's just pop up our system here. Free version is 3.5. The good news is you can use custom instructions, and I'm going to show you the prompt. I use every single time with free or paid. Okay, but you can enter custom instruction. What do you get for your $20 a month? Well, you get a lot. You get the data analyst model. You get the ability to upload and download various types of data, and the ability to display like Python plots within ChatGPT itself. So what do we do? Again, I want to say that both that link to the channel I got this prompt from and the prompt itself is in the description. So if you haven't used custom instructions, give us a big shot. Okay, so let's open up ChatGPT. Now, I would say if you can afford the $20 a month, I would get the ChatGPT Plus. It really is that the data analytics pulls with it. It really is quite something else. Okay. So what this prompt does, it makes it easy to connect to the ChatGPT expert, Python, C++, SQL, Pandas, that type of stuff. They come down here, custom instructions, and the custom instruction goes in. How would you like ChatGPT to respond? All right. All right. Oh, I'm not logged in right, am I? Hang on a second. Is the music a little too loud? Let's change our email address. Oh, get out of there. Oh crap! I just reset that thing today. The data will, of course, be the project I've been working on for the last few weeks, and that is the call data the call detail record table has to do with tracking calls for business. So let's do this. Thinking, okay. So once again, custom instructions, and there's our prompt in the first part up here, okay? Let's go ahead and start up get our Python environment set up. Yes, I'm using Mini and the conductor. I believe we left off with an EDA here, maybe, what we're starting out with. Okay, good. So here we are. Doesn't, oh, there it is. Let's go and so the action will come over here. Look at a sample for data, 20 rows or so. We'll open up updated file XLS. Let's just take 20 rows. Control C. Okay. Close this. Python to do let's start here. It's already recognizing possible analysis we can do: universe analysis, data cleaning, this variant analysis, multivariate analysis, visualization, extract insights. Okay. File. What's it say? Great. Let's start by loading the data using the Python panels library. Do you have the data sets created? Yes, I do. Would you like to proceed with the provided example? Now this is interesting. I wasn't expecting this, okay? Okay. Right. Now we actually have what? Libraries located in the Python file. Yes, the library has been loaded. Hey, Shane, how you doing, friend? Thanks so much for stopping by. I appreciate you take time out from your day or evening to spend a few moments with me. What's going on? Well, I'm kind of slumming tonight. I'm actually using the free version of ChatGPT to do some EDA on some call data records. I'm actually doing this. I'm helping a young lady from Tunisia with a project, and she doesn't have the paid version of ChatGPT. Now, I will mention that I am using custom instructions, okay? And here's my prompt. The prompt is also in the description to the video. And I will say that that's a case of a guy. I got a site called Synapse. This really kind of changed the way I did ChatGPT, because all of a sudden I could start looking for experts in what you're doing. So I'm doing some EDA work and I'm using ChatGPT 3.5, the free version, to write the code for me. Okay. So it says here the next step is to check the structure and content. So tell me, Shane, where in the world are you located this evening? Okay. Now, I'm never sure why they do a print here, rather than just a DF head. But anyway, so this, so all the Python code is going to be used to be written by ChatGPT. Okay, so let's just load our data. We loaded a lot. Let's load our data. In Virginia. Virginia is for lovers. Is that really true? I also mentioned I'm actually running Windows 11 Home Edition inside a virtual machine on my Windows 11 laptop. Okay. So it's probably a little slower, but that's okay. Here's my question. I'm going to ask it. Okay. Yeah, what it said there. I use Mini Anaconda. I use Quattro in order to do all my notebooks anymore. But you can do HTML, you can do PDF, you can use DocX, you can do Dashboard, you can do PowerPoint, all in Quattro. It's really an amazing thing, and the syntax is really the syntax is just Jupyter Notebook type of stuff. Yes, I do, as a matter of fact. Let me give that to you. Of course, be sure to hit that. I'll tell you what, I appreciate if you give this video a big thumbs up for me this evening. And of course, subscribe and like it, and also, So tell me, are you a student, or are you a professional data scientist? What's your current situation? Okay. Here is my. No, that's not right. Hang on a second. That's not the right one. Oh, you know what the trouble is? Hang on a second here. Where are we? Hang on, where am I here? Well, this should work. No, it doesn't. Okay. Now, of course, be sure to invite your friends to the channel also. Yeah, I'm actually running Prism Live on the desktop, but I'm there's that, and Here's the read flow I'm sort of working with right now. Okay. And I'll probably update that with the code this evening once we get going here. So what was your first career choice? I mean, okay, so there's our column. Let's just do something. Let's just do a shape also. Let's see how big our data is. So we have 100,000 rows and 14 columns. So what I did, I just copy and pasted 10 of the first 20 rows into ChatGPT. Now let's run our head. I'm using 3.11.7. So are you a Python guy or an R guy or a database guy? I mentioned I normally do these Midnight Madness streams like 3 times a week. My next one will be Friday at midnight, followed by Monday at midnight, Eastern time. Okay, well, I got news for you here. If you can afford the $20 a month with ChatGPT 4, in my book, it's real worth it. It's just absolutely well worth it. Okay. Okay. It's checking summary statistics using describe, inspecting data types using info. Okay, good. Okay, the only thing about Quattro, maybe okay. So what do you currently do for a living? If I can ask. You know, one thing to note about ChatGPT or about Quattro at least, it doesn't have any. It doesn't remember what you ran before. So I got to come back up here. Reload the data. I could, of course, just have one big long block. I gotta reload the library. Now, if you haven't looked at Quattro, by all means, give it a look. I mean, it's I don't know if I mentioned it before, but you can produce HTML documents, PDF documents, Word documents, PowerPoint presentations, and HTML documents, and even dashboards. Okay. You can also run. It can also be used to run R. So the libraries have loaded. And of course, I'm using VS Code. Hey, thanks for stopping by again, Shannon. I do appreciate it, okay? Thanks for taking the time out. How long have we been doing data? I think about 3 years. I started doing R programming like 3 years ago. I was interested in astronomy and wanted to analyze sunspot data, so I learned the R programming. Okay, so here's our columns again. Let's check the shape. Let's check our head. There's our head. Let's check our description. Here's our description. Now, in all honesty, the only thing you really need is let's try some a little crazy here, shall we? Let's just look at a couple columns here. Yeah, these are really the only things we're interested in right now. Okay, hey, thanks so much for stopping by, Shane. I do appreciate your time, okay? And I'll let you drop a comment in the comment section every once in a while. Let's see if this works. No, knock it off. Jesus, okay, let's just run a preview, okay? I think sometimes it actually runs preview faster than it does the individual section. What happened here? This is really strange, and why did it do that for? Python not found. It's able to run individual sections. Give us this separately. Because our environment is activated, and we started. So the reason we start the code inside there is because of this environment. When you can get the entire environment, and it ran the individual chunks. Okay, let's stop that. Just check this. We're inside of code. That's all that I was going to show you. Let's run the preview. Don't know why I didn't see the Python interpreter. I don't understand that at all. That's the whole point of using a starting code from inside of your Anaconda environment. So you use this. You want to load a CSV file quicker than an Excel file. I've been at this before. Oh, I need to tell it what version of Python I want to use. Oh, Dave. The message was that the Jupyter kernel couldn't find Python. That's because you have to tell it what version of Python you want to use. There's an interesting question. Can we, does a CSV file load quicker than a Python, an Excel file? Yeah, so once again, the problem was Jupyter kernel was looking for Python and not Python 3, okay? And you could, of course, do Python 2 if you're one of those crazy nuts who can't let go of your Python 2 environment. Yeah, you could certainly put a 2 there. So, and the cell represents the individual code chunks, okay? Let's mention again that I always use a setup prompt for my ChatGPT, and you'll see that the prompt that I use, as well as the link to the YouTube channel I got it from, in the description below, okay? Because it really was a game changer. I mean, I suppose it takes more time to load a binary file than it does a CSV. So we will find out shortly, okay? Because we're going to run this. What we'll do, we'll load the next chunk, the next piece of code, which is this. Oh man, what happened there? So what we're going to do now, we're going to ask ChatGPT to fix this code for us. Okay, now you're just in time to see me have. You're just in time to see me have ChatGPT debug the piece of code. I wonder if I need double quotes around, double brackets. Let's just see what happens. So we'll come up here. We'll change this to CSV. Change this to okay. Oh, again, I did need double brackets, didn't I? I was wondering, that's what kind of what I thought, but again, it's just a question of, an example of how ChatGPT can very quickly, uh, uh, locate bugs in your code. All right. So let's try now. So we're going to try to see if CSV loads quicker than an Excel file. The advantage of Excel is that Python will read the column type. Okay, so if it's a date, it'll read it. It should read it as a date. Okay. Start the Python code. So if you are lurking in the background, hey, thanks so much for lurking. So I got a question to ask. If you're watching the video, you find it helpful, give it a big thumbs up, okay? Okay, so I'm going to say that the I read the CSV file a lot faster than the Excel file, okay? Okay, and here's our thing here. I don't know the classification will do this system. There's our head. Call distance, the count again is 100,000. The mean is 50. Minimum is 0. The maximum is 25% is 25 to 75 is 50. So the IQ or the interquartile range is exactly 50. Call time in seconds. That's the mean is 5,040. So what is that? That's about, what is that? we got it in minutes over here. Oh, wait a minute. How can you have a negative call time? Well, that's obviously a problem. That's like a call time minutes. Okay. The mean is 90. The minimum, the 25 quartile is 70. Okay. And the 75% is 110. So that's a fairly narrow range for a quantile. Okay. Anything else down here to look at? Okay, so we want to change the call date, not null. So you notice all the calls except for this, the transport mode, has no nulls. So we want to change call date to a date. So we'll come back up here. And we'll change the call type up here. Okay. Save the file. Let's run this again. So again, what you saw in the Nate, I'm using the free version of ChatGPT. I'm also using custom instructions. My custom instruction prompt is in the description below, okay? I initially started using an Excel file, but the problem is CSV files load a lot quicker, okay? uh, and so far, I mean, it's been going really good. Okay, so now the call date is formatted as a date time, even though it's not really a date time, but that's all right. Okay, what's next? On the next. Okay. I'm going to give you a heads up. This EDA session may be carried over to Friday morning at midnight, okay? Explore categorical variables, value count, plot. One of my favorite new Seaborn plot, the count plot. Examine relationship. You can create visualizations such as scatter plots, box plots, violin plots. Visualize data. We can create various plots and charts to visualize the data. Okay, let's explore categorical variables. Now, so far, we haven't really done anything tricky. We're not. We're going to be doing visualizations. Who knows? Maybe we will do some type of forecasting come Friday at midnight. But here's the thing about the data, okay? And that is that it's randomly generated, okay? I went in. I used ChatGPT 4.0, and I said, okay, I gave it a layout for the record layout for the day. I said, hey, create 100,000 random rows of data. Okay, and I said, and there's roughly 30, and there's 30 different phone numbers. This is fake data for the Tunisian telecommunication company. Okay. Great choice. Let's start by exploring the distribution of values within categorical variable sets. Okay. Let's explore. Now, if I was creating, say, a PDF document, each one of these columns with a single hashtag, single pound sign, would be one page. There'd be a page break at the top of each one of these things. Let's go back over here, shall we? And if it came in late, I'm using Quattro inside of I'm using Mini Anaconda, Quattro, and VS Code. Okay. There's probably a way to tell it to just go ahead and run everything. Just go ahead and run all the code together. Just have at it, you know. So now we got a count of the rows. One row equals one call, okay? So now we got a count of the rows. Now, it should come as no surprise that Friday, Saturday have the most number of counts. What about motility type? Move, stay. And I'm not really sure, you know, what this has to do with the call. And I'm not sure really how important the transportation mode, but there you have it. So you can see, well, the first three, car, walk, and train, they're actually all right around 16,005 to 16,009. Okay, good. Classification. Now here's the criticism. What is classification? The Telecommunications Commission of Tunisia requires the companies to classify the calls based largely on call time, whether it's a good call, a suspect call, there's actually an error in the classification. What's an error? An error would be a call time that has a negative, it's either 0, less than, or equal to 0. And of course, the reason we got counts is because I went in and I introduced some problems in the data, okay? My favorite plots are block plots and histograms. I'm also going to move these two back. I'm also going to move these up to the top. The advantage of having them down there is that you don't have to reload them every time you run. Okay. This is my last 349. If you are in the background, I appreciate if you give the video a big thumbs up from the team, okay? Now, the actual document is in the same directory where the code is located yet. Okay. So let's take a look down at it. You've already seen all this before. You've seen that. You got this. Okay, so let's close this and let's take a look at our plot. And of course, I'll upload the code to chat to it again. Okay. Here's our report. Now, we shouldn't be surprised, okay, that these are pretty much equal, okay? Because again, we're using supposedly a random creation thing, and we said for the fourth quarter, and so when it created the records, it pretty much distributed them evenly throughout all the days, which is kind of odd. And let's come back. You see more about this. We actually go back. We start doing individual plots, so like scatter plots and line plots of like the average calls per day and stuff like that. So there you have it right there, okay? With that, my friends, I'm going to bring this session to a close. Again, thanks so much, Jane, for stopping by. I hope to see you again shortly. Let's go and shut down our system. Wait, we got to upload the file to the system. Wait. That's her? Oh, good. So that's the one she's working on, I guess. Except it's empty. Okay, back over to where we left off. Let's upload a file. What's the problem? Look for the code. And with that, my dear friends, we're going to bring this session to a close. Hope to see you back here when? Friday morning